The Reinventing Our Communities Cohort Program is a training program developed by the Federal Reserve Bank of Philadelphia to promote economic opportunity and remove barriers to inclusive regional growth. The program highlights the importance of building sustainable collaborations and partnerships to solve these complex challenges. This program is designed to address systemic disparities and provide a pathway forward.
Our experience with the cohort was really twofold. It helped us really start to think about what was important and what mattered, who we needed around the table, and then what processes we really needed to go through. It gave us some organization, it gave us some insight, and really helped us put equity at the forefront of the work.
The consistency in this effort, to get the accomplishments that have occurred has been a good thing, and I think it's a good example for replication.
The creating the environment, it was an experimental lab, considered not that many of us have the opportunity to come together with different organizations, with different leaders, and with collaboratives from other geographical areas, from other cities, and be together in a peer-to-peer learning, in a really a learning lab, trying to understand how do we move our work forward? What can we learn from each other? So that was priceless. And I have to say that I was completely geeking out on all of the scholars that the ROC brought. I mean, first of all, there's no way that any of us nonprofits would knew about half of those forums. We didn't know about the National Fund for Workforce Solutions. I didn't know about the work of Michael O'Brien and Renata, and I quote him all the time since ROC about the need to solve for Maslow's hierarchy needs, the human need before we talk about learning, right? Because how the brain works. So the consulting hours that we received were absolutely priceless. We've maximized on them. We actually brought some scholars from those to our community in Wilmington to share the wisdom. So I'll stop there, but those two were the really big ones for me.
When funders are examining where to put their support and resource, this should be heralded as a good example of that collaboration, avoiding duplication of effort, and maximizing resources to the full degree. I think is very exemplary with this ROC effort.
Clean slate, it's one of those bills. It's been now signed by the governor. With that, there will be transformational changes made to a number of state departments. The deadline is that those changes, we're talking about automation, we're talking about digitizing records. All of those changes need to be implemented according to the legislature by August 1st, 2024. Once that happens, a certain type of offenses that are included in a scope, and there's a long list of what type of category of misdemeanors will qualify for automatic expungement. Again, the number of Delawareans that will benefit from clean slate, it's about over 290,000. So if you consider that the state of Delaware, the entire population of the state of Delaware, it's less than 1 million, think about how impactful this will be.
If you want your project to accelerate and actually maximize impact, then ROC is a methodology that can help you do that. Secondly, when you're in a space where you need information in a really quick way about the work you're doing that solves for a lot of research and need, you have experts at your fingertips that give that to you like readily available. And then they link you intimately with people who can talk to you about what that experience was like, troubleshoot it, mitigate barriers for you as an organization, and then actually give you some ideas that maybe you considered or didn't even consider.